Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
Yo, 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 we live.
Live.
Yo, yo, yo. Come on in, come on in. We ain't been live in a minute, but we gotta make sure everything good on the audio. We good on the audio?
We good?
Gotta make sure we good coming in clear. Cause we about to get into it.
We got something to cover. Yeah, we got this buffoonery going on.
Now this ever since this Diddy documentary came out, it's been a whole lot of nonsense online. We got 50 and Ja Rule beefing. We got Marlon Wayans and 50 beefing. We got Dame Dash chiming in on it, beefing with 50. Everybody mad at 50 for doing this Diddy documentary. So we gonna get into it. We got these niggas is crazy too. There's a lot of shit going on with this. You got Ja Rule wanting to do a 50 documentary now. You got people hitting him up wanting to, do the documentary with him, and they just turned this whole internet into a shit show. So let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Facts.
Let's get into it. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with Marlon Wayans. Everybody already caught up on the Diddy documentary coming out and everything that was involved with that, with them doing a bunch of interviews on there on the documentary, the full parts docu-series, and all the stuff that came out leading up to Diddy going to jail, getting arrested, all the stuff he was saying, like, I gotta take a bath. I done shook 1,000 people's hands. I feel dirty and disgusting. Now I gotta go take a bath. You know how Diddy is, Hossa Diddy nigga.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That shit seemed staged. It seemed like that. It seemed like that was that.
What part?
Just the footage from the documentary. I'm
like, I think that footage was Diddy's former bodyguard. He ran that down. That footage was for Diddy's own document, but he didn't pay those cameramen for the footage, so they kept it.
I know that part.
Yeah,
I know that part.
Right.
And then not just that part was staged, and then the propaganda side of it. It's just a lot of propaganda, and it's like they put this brother up there to do that. 50 Cent, they put him up there just to put propaganda against.
50 was already saying he already said he was coming with the Diddy documentary when everybody thought he was just, trolling and capping. He said he was coming with it. Yo, shout out to y'all just coming in here, Michelle Walker, Sandro, Hey Peanut, Shauna 79. Shout out to y'all that's coming in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man, before we get into this. Let's go ahead and smash that like button, but let's go ahead and get into this, man. Let's start off with Marlon Wayans. Let's get into where Marlon came in at, speaking on the Diddy documentary and 50 Cent's response and all that. So let's get into this. All right. So Marlon was on a podcast radio station, and he spoke on the documentary. So they asked him about the documentary, and this is what he said. Let me know if y'all can hear
culture, because this brother was running for his life. Jonathan Majors.
Hold on, my bad. Wrong one. Make sure I'm on the right one. Hold on. All right, here we go. That's it.
We ain't baby all close.
Nah, you stupid.
But yo, look,
Puff. Nah. You working with
Pac? Puff for 30 years.
You saw Big before he passed?
Yeah.
Bro, so you're close. And Jack, what were you saying?
In the documentary, there was insinuations of, that Diddy possibly had something to do with both Tupac and Biggie. And,
who's telling the story, right? You can skew
people very close to the situation.
But you can create any narrative as a producer and as a director and as a storyteller. I can create a narrative. I could be like, you know what?
You have.
I could create a narrative.
Well, we see it all the time in reality shows. Reality shows.
Yeah,
that's how you write a narrative.
It doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true. I can get interviews. I can do this. I can get footage, and I could make you think this about that person.
Nah, for sure. Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So for me, I think, look, 50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's
Well, people are saying 50's wrong for doing it, but 50's right for doing it. It's divided.
It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck turn up on 50, you know, that you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do. We ain't baby old.
And then you got to think about it too. See, 50 is a content creator now. He got a network. He got a studio. He's all about making content now. And it's personal with Diddy because of the baby mom, the Daphne whole thing with the Daphne and his son and all that. So it's personal, and it's also content for 50 because 50 is a content creator now. So what opportunity he gonna get to capitalize off of Diddy while he in prison and this whole thing going on? 50 he don't give a shit. He gonna run with it. He don't care. He don't care nothing about Diddy or any goddamn body. He gonna run with it
See,
regardless.
and the thing is, that's how the establishment use niggas.
That's how they want it.
See
That's
niggas
how they
like
want it. Yeah.
they see how 50 Cent, how ambitious he is and how petty he could be. Like, oh, we could use that to continue to take Diddy down, even though we ain't hit him with the charges that we really wanted to hit him with. Because they ain't really had no evidence to charge him with anything, to be the truth. Because if they charged him, they might as well had charged Cassie, because it seemed like Cassie was setting up some of those arrangements for the prostitution too. So that right there is telling you, oh, they wasn't able to get Diddy on the charges that they really wanted to get him on, but we still got to continue attacking him and attacking the way, you know what I mean, attacking his image. So why not use a nigga like 50 Cent? Now you already see 50 Cent is already like, he's already in the good gracious of the establishment. Like, you could tell when niggas in good graces because they had like 50 shows on at one time. Same thing when Diddy was in the good graces. You see all the shows that they allowed. They barely ever said no to Diddy.
Right.
Whether it was MTV or VH1, it don't matter what station it was. They rarely said no to Diddy. They rarely say no to 50 Cent. Yeah, I mean, they rarely say no. They rarely say no to Oprah. So it's certain. When the establishment is using you, you're going to be successful to the point where, yeah, I mean, you're going to seem untouchable. And that's what Diddy, all these decades, Diddy was in that energy. He was in that energy. But the thing is, what Marlon is saying is true, because once they turn on you, because that's what happened to Diddy, that's what happened to R. Kelly, that's what happened to Bill Cosby. Once they turn on you, and they will, you're done. So that karma is always going to be out there. And so that karma is going to be out there, but the wickedness is being put in place to be able to bring that karma to people. Because if you think about it, the only reason why they allowing 50 to release this documentary is because it's a part of the agenda, the big agenda that they got. Right. And that's to take any successful Negro down. Not saying Diddy is completely innocent. Yeah, he was an a-hole. He did some real trifling things. You know what I mean? Not necessarily proof that he did the things they said he did, as far as what the internet be saying, as far as the child trafficking and all that. There's no evidence to any of that. But, you know, the stuff of how he was abusive to women, you know what I mean? How he basically stole from his artists and all that type of stuff. Yeah, all that stuff is definitely true. But now they trying to attach extra things in there to set them up. Now they want to put them through this Tupac and Biggie trial stuff. Because if y'all watch that documentary on Netflix, it seemed like they were trying to put Diddy's name behind Tupac's death and Biggie's death.
Right, trying to link him to the Tupac shit.
Trying to link him to all that shit. So that right there is showing you that they ain't done with Diddy. Like, Diddy got away with they wanted to get him for trafficking and all that. They wasn't successful. So they're like, all right, then we need to try something else. And who's the perfect candidate to help them do that right now? It's 50 Cent.
Yeah, he's like the last of the last when it comes to because Jay-Z ain't really as vocal as, he's more behind the scenes guy. He moves in the shadows and shit. 50 is a more in your face type of fella. And he always been like that. So he's the perfect candidate to use to come after it. That you see he's still taking shots at Jay-Z. So we see where his 50 mindset. 50 don't give a shit about Puffy or Jay. For him, he don't. Look, you gotta realize you're dealing with a street nigga. This nigga from the streets. His mom was killed when he was younger. His mentality, he been shot up whole bunch of times. His mindset is different. So he's moving on the street. He moving with that street mentality. You know what I mean? So he don't give a shit about no Diddy or no
Facts.
goddamn 50 Cent.
Facts.
And them
And the
niggas don't give a shit
establishment
about.
is
But the thing about it, them niggas don't give a shit about him. That's the dip.
because
I
they all in
mean,
the same. They all from the
right?
same cloth, though. You gotta think about it.
Facts.
They are like the
You don't
same
give a
shit
shit
you
about
said
Diddy.
about the same shit you said about 50. You can say about Diddy, like, but just in
Yeah.
a different type of ambition, but it's the same ambition. I
Right.
mean, different ways to reach that ambition, but it's the same ambition. Because Diddy was just always as ambitious as 50 was, but
Yeah.
still is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So the establishment is using that to
The
basically
puppet
control
master.
everything.
Right. 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 The puppet master needs this division. The last thing they need is these powerful black men coming together and creating some shit. Then I think, bro, you think your joint went out. Yeah, his shit went out. All right, so 50 responded with the white chicks. He responded with the white chick shit saying, telling Marlon, he said, keep my name out your mouth, boy. Marlon responds with the 12 years of slave shit. Now let and I understand what Marlon is saying, but all y'all niggas are slaves to that industry, bro. He said, now let's think about this, 50. Y'all all slaves to that industry, bro. Like that shit, a lot of the puppet masters want y'all to go through this type of shit. They want y'all to beef online and do all this shit. You know what I mean? It's a perfect opportunity. It's a perfect opportunity for the establishment to keep the separation going. That's their whole model. And to exploit this shit as much as possible. So yeah, like I said, 50 don't give a shit. He from the streets, bro. He don't give a shit about Diddy or any of them niggas. Tell you the truth. You know what I mean? All right, so we
Yeah,
got it. We go.
this is definitely what they call that Willie Lynch. My bad, my internet
No,
drop.
yeah, your
This is
internet drop. All right.
this is exactly the exact thing when they talk about that Willie Lynch.
Yeah,
This is exactly what it is. How you turn the slaves against each other, so Master could keep coming in and using these niggas for their agendas.
yeah, yeah. So you look at 50. All he do is troll on his page. He like doing this shit though. He had fun doing this shit. Like he didn't post a J on there saying please stop sending me the stuff. I'm gonna post it. Like just all types of shit on here. All right, he going at goddamn Ja Rule on here. We gonna get into the Ja Rule shit. All right, so 50 just posted this Marlon. He said, I'm number one in 49 countries. I want all the smoke, punk. So let's see what he's referencing this to with Marlon.
Those aren't
Let me know if y'all can hear this too.
the type of parties that I go to. I don't frequent those type of parties, and even if
We good? Sound good?
Good. Yes,
All right,
I
all right.
go, like I
That
said,
sound good,
been
y'all.
doing Diddy parties for 15 years, and I must say, you never let me down, Puff. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Good times, peace.
Look, Marlon posted a tweet about going to a Diddy party, but then he was saying he never been to the party in LA.
I've never seen any of this. I'm like, when I hear about it, when did that happen?
Marlon, you acting like he innocent. He ain't see shit in that industry. Yeah,
I never, those aren't the type of parties that.
bro, you been in that industry since a pup, nigga. You seen something. You seen something, but I mean, I guess can't kiss and tell when you're in that industry. That they part of a whole society, part of a whole brotherhood. But when they flip, that's when they flip the script on these niggas. These niggas is disposable to the industry. So Marlon was at it. We know Marlon was at some Diddy shit, man. I ain't saying he was at the freak off and doing some freak off shit with Diddy and that, all that shit. But that's part of that whole Hollywood scene, that whole freak off and shit, and all different type of crews be having their own freak offs and shit. You always hear about the T.I. and Tiny freak off, the goddamn this person and their freak off, and flying chicks out and having multiple chicks come out and all. Like everybody, they be having their freak. Man, listen, regular niggas be having their freak offs. Like, come on, man, that shit ain't. I mean, that's consensual adult shit. When we talk about graping people and take advantage of the children, that's when we got a issue. But I don't give a shit about what these adult niggas do, cause they all consent. All that shit be consensual, and then it comes out in the media, and then they try to use that to make it look like that. It's some and they just be trying to paint a fucking narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Well, let's continue. Let's continue and get into it, man. So we know Ja Rule been talking his shit online. He been on his Twitter ever since the documentary came out. This nigga all of a sudden got Twitter fingers. He like worse than Meat Mill with the Twitter fingers. Like he's nonstop with this shit, bro. So let's go ahead and get into Ja Rule real quick. Like who gives a shit about what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this? So Ja Rule been posting shit about 50, domestic violence shit that he, beat up the girl, beat up the baby mama and all this shit. So Ja Rule's been coming out and speaking vocal on this 50 Cent shit since the Diddy documentary came out. So let's get into some of this shit this nigga talking about. All right, let me see. All right. Let me see where this shit has started at. All right. Cause this nigga been saying a lot of shit. The blogs just be grabbing shit, posting it, and just the shit be all over the place. So I don't even remember. I don't even know where to like the timeline start with this shit. With this shit. So he said niggas always telling on somebody or dry snitching ass nigga. He said, let's be real. That nigga don't give a F about the victims. We all know why he did this doc. Herman's a cancer. So he called him 50 Hermans. I don't know what that means. But Herman the monster or some shit. I don't know. He said Herman's a cancer to the culture. He cares so much then donate the profits to charity and domestic violence. So he asked me if he cares so much, donate that shit to domestic violence and charity. Nigga, what about you? You donate some shit to charity, nigga. What you talking about? He said I'm not condoning Diddy's behavior. I'm showcasing Herman's character. So people been responding to Ja Rule shit, man. Cause he all of a sudden got Twitter fingers. It's been
I mean,
going in.
Ja Rule was just trying to get into the mix because first of all, him
Yeah,
and 50
right.
had beef all throughout all these years. But then
Yeah,
he trying to get his numbers up.
facts.
This is
And
the
I ain't
perfect
mad.
time for Ja to get his numbers up
Right.
off some
Ja,
50 shit that's going on. Him dry
fact.
snitching.
Yeah, facts. 50. All right, so let me go ahead and get to this one real quick. There's some other shit there, and they still coming out with
And
shit.
Ja like, let me get some. Let me get some, Booker.
Yup.
Let me get some, Diddy.
All right, let me get to this
Let me
shit.
get some.
They still putting shit out.
It's-
As we speak, these niggas is still
Yep.
dropping shit. They trying
Yeah.
to take advantage of the opportunity. I see Dame speaking on some shit. All right, so let me get into this with this Ja Rule nigga said. He said Herm is no different. Allegedly, 50 Cent, real name Curtis Jackson, have been involved at least one documented domestic violence incident in June 2013. He was accused of kicking his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his son, model Daphne Joy, also known as Daphne Narvaez, in the stomach during an argument in Los Angeles condominiums, as well as destroying approximately $7,100 worth of property, including furniture, chandelier, and a television. The altercation reportedly stemmed from suspicions of infidelity. He said Los Angeles authorities charged him with one of the misdemeanor counts of domestic violence and 4 counts of misdemeanor vandalism. Jackson pleaded not guilty to initially, but reached the plea deal in 2013, pleading no contest,
Mhm.
no count of vandalism. The domestic violence charge and 3 vandalism counts were dropped as part of the agreement. He was sentenced to 3 years in probation, 30 days in community service, 52 weeks of domestic violence counseling, $7,100 in restitution payment to Joy, 2,390 in fines and restraining order requiring him to stay away from her. Said Jackson denied the domestic violence allegation and the time through his attorney, stating that he has not been arrested and that no warrant for his arrest. In 2024, in his production of the Netflix docuseries of Sean Diddy Combs' legal issue, Joy publicly accused Jackson of raping and physically abusing her over the years, uh, referencing to 2013 incident that's part of a pattern, though new charges resulted, though no new charges have resulted to these claims. So that's Ja Rule posting the whole article on 50 Cent and the whole domestic violence joint. All right, so let me go back. Let me switch over real quick. Let me switch back over to Ja Rule. So Ja Rule posted a bunch of 50 Cent with Diddy pictures on his page. This nigga's is crazy, bro. All right, let me get through this real quick. Let me get to it. Hold on. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right, so Ja Rule posted these pictures. He said, "Let me be clear. This ain't about Diddy. He's already in jail serving time as he should be. This is about this sucker Curtis acting like he's a hip hop moral savior, going on TV with them tight ass nasty suits that the big ass jug head when you're no different allegedly." He said, "I wonder." He said, "I wonder when it went wrong, they looked so happy together." I guess he talking about Diddy and 50, you know, enjoying each other time during the time when things was all good. When things was all good just a week ago. You know what I'm saying? It was also now he's posting articles and shit. 50 issues of public apology to ex-girlfriend after the abuse allegations. 50 Cent, Long Island home burns down. So Ja Rule says, "I think I'm going to start doing the doc. There's a lot to unpack here, allegedly." So he's trying to cook. I guess he's trying to cook up something about on 50 doing a documentary on 50 and shit. This is crazy, y'all. It's a whole bunch of mess out here, man. It's a whole bunch of damn mess. All right, so Ja Rule got people hitting him up in the DM saying, "What's good, sir? We would love to fund this doc. You and any others you want to create own icon." So I guess Ja Rule got his own network called Icon, I guess like social media site or whatever. So I guess he's been pushing that right along with all this drama, so he gets some subscribers over there to his Icon app and shit. So I understand why he's taking this approach. He's trying to like bro said, he's trying to get in on the action so he could pump his shit. All right, so let's go back to 50 real quick. So 50 responded to Ja Rule with the Gene Dale interview he did on Art of Dialogue, explaining how Ja Rule was running out of Diddy room with just a towel on. And yeah, this shit getting a little messy out here now. These
Real
niggas
messy.
messy. All right, so let me know if y'all can hear. All right, hold on. I gotta read the caption real quick. Hold on. Trying to make sure all this shit is right. All right. All right, so the caption is, in case you're wondering why these people are saying very, very nasty things about me, what are you, stupid? Are you stupid, Miss Piggy? So let's get into this. He's talking about Ja Rule. Let's go ahead and get into this. Let me know if y'all can hear it too.
So I opened the door and the dude said, "Yo, I'm here for my cousin." I said, "Who your cousin?" And he said, "Ja Rule." I said, "Well, he busy right now." He said, "Oh, he busy doing what?" I said, "He with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be bothered." He said, "Well, I'm going in there." I said, "Bro, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothered him." He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, "Yo, what's going on? Yo, Jay, that's my cousin." He know me well, and Puff was like, "Yo, Jay, what happened?" I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, "Yo," Ja said, "you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on."
So isn't he having a freak off and shit?
So I opened the
Okay, grown ass adults having a freak off, man. I don't give a shit about what them niggas doing. As long as ain't no children involved and no women forced against their will or no men forced against their will. I don't give a shit what none of these niggas do. You know what I mean? As adults, I don't give a shit what none of these niggas doing in that industry, bro. Them niggas they could butt booty bandit each other all day, as far as I care. That shit ain't even important. The important is we know how the establishment love this type of shit that's going on with the brothers, with these influential men within the black culture going at each other. They like this type of shit. This the shit they thrive off.
They like it. They like it by the fact that it tears our community down.
Yeah,
It makes us all minded, and they're
yeah,
able to keep continuing the crimes against us, the crimes against humanity, because that's basically what this boils down to.
right.
They love distracting y'all with this type of stuff, with these
Yeah,
types of
what that
niggas.
Epstein list?
They
Where
get
them
these
niggas?
niggas they
Right,
get these niggas these platforms and these big voices just so they could use it to tear each other down in front of everybody, to influence and keep it going throughout the community. Because that's what we do in the community, and that's what we pay attention to. That's all we pay attention to, is
right.
that. Like our mind is always focused on tearing each other down. So when you see your favorite celebrity do it to your other favorite celebrity, even though you say it's not they all your favorite celebrities, because we've been keeping these niggas in power too by supporting everything they do and basically watching everything they do and giving them our energy. That's how they able to continue to do the things that they're doing, and it's distracting all of us, and it got all of us basically emulating what they're doing to each other.
Yeah.
In the meantime, the establishment is like, yeah, we got them niggas over there fighting and tearing each other down. Now we can focus on what we doing over here, and
Take their mind off
basically
the Epstein list.
exactly.
You take their mind off the
Because
Epstein.
Diddy, they got your mind on Diddy, like he's doing all the trafficking. But then where's the Epstein list? Why are you
Where's the
so
Epstein?
focused? Why you pinpointed on Diddy when it's a whole Epstein client list floating out there of people who was doing some hideous things, messing with kids, and the same stuff they tried to put on Diddy is the stuff that the people did from the Epstein list.
Yeah, they try to throw that
So,
on.
but they try and put it on Diddy. Y'all see how they do the switcheroo, and then they have they puppets that they use. And yeah, even though we know 50 is from the street and he's cut from that cloth and he'd do anything to win, just like Diddy did anything to win. They use these people ambition for the big picture, and of course they ain't going to 50 ain't going, like you said earlier, 50 ain't going to turn it down because he's mad about Diddy taking his baby mom and doing what he did with his baby mom. That and then other stuff. So they like, oh yeah, he's the perfect candidate to continue our attack on Diddy. He got a voice, he got a big social media. We made him extremely successful because I said they made him extreme, because if they don't want you to be successful, you won't be successful.
Hell no.
Because look at R. Kelly. Look at, you know what I mean? Look where he at right now. And who could be more successful than R. Kelly? You know what I mean?
Right.
R. Kelly on his own, just with his talent and being without him being broadcasted to everybody through the establishment, he would have never even been R. Kelly in the first place. We got to think about that too. So they do control, gatekeep who have a voice and who don't. They do.
They're strictly gatekeeping.
They gatekeep that. Every once in a while, you might have some slip through the cracks, but when that happens, they usually take them out. Or they end up flipping them, doing something to them and flipping them. Basically, what they're doing to 50 now. You gotta think about it. 50 is the perfect nigga to continue their psyop against Diddy so they can take the focus off the Epstein client list.
Facts.
It's all tied together. Like, we gotta
Epstein
start seeing a big picture and stop looking at it from nigga eyes and start looking at it from the big picture. Because the nigga eyes is just seeing 50 Marlon and Ja Rule is beefing and it's funny and they going back and forth and that's the nigga eye.
Yeah, that's
that
the
they
nigga
want
eye.
us to see it from.
The
They
nigga
want us
eye.
to see it from but when you guys see it from the higher perspective, which is above the nigga eye. Yeah, I mean the nigga eye only see the ignorant surface shit. But the big picture, the one eye that's connected to the Most High, see that they're using it to manipulate society, period, so they can keep getting away with their heinous crimes against kids, women, basically men, women, and children. The Epstein list was abusing everybody. Yeah, you know I mean, it was abusing kids too. That's the big thing, but it was also abusing other men and women. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about it. That's what they want to do. The nigga eye, ignorance. That nigga said this nigga said that. We laugh. But the establishment, I love when the niggers tear themselves apart. Okay, let's get this nigger on Diddy so Diddy could be taken down so we can use his image and turn everything on him to make it look like he's the guilty one when we really got this Epstein list that
they was promoting that Epstein shit right along the Diddy
that's
shit,
the type shit that they on.
Yeah. They was promoting that Epstein nigga right alongside the Diddy trial and shit.
Right.
And then when he said they rolled Gay's lean ass out to talk to the
Facts.
DOJ, the go and they do anything to keep protecting those goddamn clients up there. Like it ain't more Epstein's out here. Like, come on,
Right.
bro. That's the whole thing we saying. Epstein did. We don't give a shit about no Epstein. It's the rest of them niggas that's operating. The
It's the
operation
client
continue.
list.
Right, you gotta
Facts.
understand the operation continues. It don't matter if Epstein did or not. That don't stop the operation. The operation continues. You know what I mean?
Right. Facts.
So it's the people on that list that's keeping the operation going. They need to be
Mm-hmm.
in handcuffs, bro. Like all that shit they they got away with. Like, come on, man. Y'all knew about Epstein since the 80s, man. They everybody knew what he was doing already. Come on now. But he dead now. Supposedly dead now. But they got it so focused on Epstein and you know what I mean? Like they trying to just forget about the operation continues with the
Nigga,
you know what I mean?
they even taking the focus off of Epstein. They putting it on niggas like Diddy. That's the
Fact.
problem here.
Hey,
They
like come
ain't
on
even
now.
talk about the Epstein shit like that. It's more about Diddy now.
Yeah,
Especially
they
since that Netflix documentary.
that and that's the
Like it's all
perfect
about Diddy now.
that's the perfect distraction with that
Right.
documentary that 50 put out, which he knows he's part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then the thing is, I don't even give a shit that he did the Diddy documentary. I don't give a shit about Diddy, goddamn 50, none of these niggas. I don't care about none of these niggas when it comes to that. Cause they all part of the same gang. They all part of the same industry. So I don't give a shit about none of that. My thing is why is the focus just on Diddy? Why we ain't
Mhm.
talking about the Epstein clients? Like why they ain't putting pressure on, you know what I mean, on where the Epstein clients? Because the only reason why those clients is being protected because these are people that's ahead of industries that would if they went down, the whole system would collapse instantly. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It would collapse instantly. That's the only
It
reason
damn
why they're
sure
keeping these
will.
predators, you know what I mean, protected because any like come on now. They gotta just focus on Prince Andrew, another nigga from a whole nother country and all that shit. What about the people operating here in America? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
And
You know
just
what I
think
mean?
about
So
how successful 50 is. They gonna make sure he's successful if he keep doing
shit.
their bidding.
Right. His
Like
own
you
studio,
nigga
his
got
own
like
shows,
6,
like
7, 8 successful shows like all out
yeah,
at the same time.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like nonstop, and they never tell him no.
Nah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like
Even when they do tell him no, eventually it still works out into a yes.
yeah, the keys is he got the keys to the to the
And
doors
as
and
long as they
shit.
keep doing their bidding, they gonna keep using them for shit like this because they know his ambition. Like you say, you're a street nigga. What else you gonna do?
Yeah, street nigga ain't give a
Billions
shit
of
about
people in
what.
that position would be doing what 50 is doing right now if they came from where he came from. I understand that side of it, but
Yeah, he
it's
the
also
chosen one.
another side of it. The establishment is going to use that to keep their agenda going. And that's
But
going to
fit
hurt everybody. Diddy,
right.
50, because
Yeah.
eventually, once they turn on 50, which
Yeah,
they
they gonna turn on.
will,
They gonna turn on
they
him.
are,
Yeah.
they are going to turn on 50. And I guess 50 is like, well, I just live it up until that time comes, because even he knows.
Well,
And
50
once
will
they
tell
do
you
that, yeah, his ass going to jail or going to end up broke like everybody else. No matter how ambition or how much force or whatever you do
right.
to get into to continue your success, there's none of that's going to matter when they
His
come
mind
after you.
his mindset is
Because
I
look at
should have
R.
been dead.
Kelly, who have been more successful than R. Kelly in their respected industries. And
Yeah,
like
right.
there's not another singer ever that's more besides like a nigga like Michael Jackson. And R. Kelly
Was
could be
writing
up there
writing
with
all
him.
music. Yeah, writing a
Yeah,
lot
R.
of his
Kelly is
hits.
up there with Michael Jackson. And look,
Yeah.
look where he's at.
He wrote some of Michael Jackson's biggest hits.
You know what I mean? So it don't matter how big they
And the
let you
thing
get.
and the thing about it is 50 mindset is shit, I should have been dead a long time ago.
Facts.
So he gonna take every opportunity they give him. I mean, he's gonna take that opportunity and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But he gotta realize he gotta realize, like Marlon said, Marlon wasn't wrong what he said as far as like when it's your
Nope.
turn, you got to but I don't think he the
Exactly.
type of nigga that give a shit. He
Yeah, he
don't give a
don't give
shit
a shit
about
because,
that.
like you said, he's a street nigga. He don't
Yeah.
care.
His mindset
Like
ain't
he's cut from that cloth. Yeah, he
right.
like street niggas. Every street nigga know their time is gonna be up eventually, and what they're doing. Like deep down inside, whether you wanna, you know what I mean, deny it or not, living the but deep down inside, every street nigga from the lowest corner boy to a nigga like Pablo Escobar.
The time
Yeah,
is
I
up.
mean, everybody know eventually your time's gonna
Yeah,
be
the
up
jig is
when
up.
it comes
Yeah,
when that
eventually the
type of
jig is
shit.
up. Hell yeah.
Like,
Eventually.
and when you in the game of stabbing your brother in the back for the establishment, because that's what. If you want to be successful in that business, you just got learn how to stab people in the back. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
you
That's
gotta learn how to
basically
step
what it
on.
is.
And
Yep.
that documentary basically just showed how, you know what I mean, Puff was just stepping on niggas and just doing what he wanted. You know what I mean? And maneuvering his way through the industry, just maneuvering his way through that shit. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? He another ambitious nigga that ain't gonna stop until he get what he want. And he don't give a shit how he get there to get it, as long as he get there and get it. He don't give a shit who's in the way, whoever's in the way getting moved around, moved over, stepped on. I'm gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? These niggas mindset.
Peep this though. You realize in the documentary, they said Diddy changed after he went with Clive after he left Andre Harrell.
Yeah, yeah, he
I mean, it
yeah.
was like that's when Diddy changed. That's when Diddy started doing drugs. That's when Diddy started being abusive. Is after he left Andre Harrell and went to Clive
Clock.
Davis. And when Clive Davis fronted him all the money for Bad Boys, they said that's when he changed
I
right there.
don't
That's when
know.
he
Yeah,
became a different person.
Clyde must have did some things to that nigga or something,
Cause they
allegedly.
said he like when he was during the whole time he was with Andre Harrell and all. They claimed and that from that
Yeah,
documentary from the people who was taught. Yeah, I mean, who was
yeah,
part of
Puff was
Diddy's
just a
camp.
runner.
Yeah, the people that
Puff
who
was
was
just a
part of
runner at
Diddy's
that
camp
time.
was saying that he wasn't doing drugs, he wasn't drinking,
Nah,
he
he was
wasn't
more
abusive, but he
ambitious
was
than
highly
hey.
ambitious still. He still had that ambition, but he didn't turn to the dark side until he got to Clive. So Clive gave him that bread.
Yeah, because now when he's being fronted a lot of money to start the label and shit. That's more money he had fucking ever seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he was just a runner for Andre Rell. He was running around and, you know, throwing parties and signing looking for acts and being an assistant and running, getting donuts and coffee for the nigga. And now, but Clive turned him
Yeah,
into a boss, basically, a boss.
but
I
the
mean,
point I was making behind that wasn't just that, but that's a point too. But the other point was that Clive is the establishment that we're talking about.
yeah, yeah, facts.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he's
Because
part,
we're
yeah,
talking about how the establishment is using these niggas like puppets. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
50's being used like a puppet by the establishment right now. And when you think of the establishment when it comes to the music industry,
yeah.
Clive is the
You
name.
gotta think Clive Davis.
Clive is
You
the
gotta think,
name. Like
yeah, all
Clive
these
is the
different,
name
all
that
right,
has been running the music industry forever, and he is the establishment when it comes to the music sector. So you
yeah.
gotta think about how these niggas is being used like puppet strings. Who are these they? Who are the establishment? What are some of the names behind the establishment? You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. Clive is definitely one of those names. So Diddy, when he was an Andre Harrell, like you
And he's
said,
another,
coffee boy, running to
right,
get coffee, you know what I mean, doing this. And he wasn't people saying he wasn't into the drugs and all that. He was ambitious still. He was highly ambitious and do just about anything, but he wasn't at that dark level until
right.
he signed with Clive Davis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
see.
the fact that he
All
got
right,
10 million right off the bat, and that was a lot of money for him around that time. Like, and he was a boss at the same time. But
right.
Clive knew he would be able to turn him if he gave him all of that. Cause it's like it's like almost like it was Lord of the Rings, and he was handing that nigga the ring.
Yeah, yeah, it was
You know
facts.
what I mean, he handed
Make
that nigga the
proper,
ring,
yeah,
and then Diddy became the biggest goat. He became the biggest gatekeeper in the hip hop industry.
facts.
Like there was no
One of
one
them,
in the no one,
besides him and
bro. There
Russell.
was no one in the industry when it comes as big as Diddy when it comes to the go. Like as far as consecutive of how long he been running,
Yeah,
besides
for the
Dre
long run.
maybe.
Right,
Like
right,
besides
right.
Dre maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
But even compared to Dre, Diddy, I think Diddy outdid him. Look how many shows and shit that Diddy had on national television, bro.
yeah, yeah. He was running. Yeah,
Look
he was.
like
He had a
they
long
gave that
run.
nigga ultra power.
Yeah, he had
And
a
then when
long
they hit
ass
him with
run.
that, when they hit him with that liquor, where they hit him with the liquor contract with the Ciroc and the De Leon and all that shit with the
Yeah,
through
that shit took him to
Diageo,
another
a
level.
whole new level. He passed Dre. He
Yo, I
passed
need y'all to
Dre
hit
when
that
he
like.
did
Y'all
that.
need to hit that like button. If y'all just tuning in, make sure y'all please smash the like button, please. You know what I mean?
Oh, somebody hit it right on the head. That was
Ain't
another
that?
one. Someone said Clive going out like Clive and Hugh Hefner. Basically mentioning those two names, these were two untouchable efforts from the establishment. Hefner and
And the
Clive.
thing about it, Clive had his own share. Had his own share of run-ins with the law, with the whole payola shit back in the day, and the whole, you know what I mean, that whole thing. He had to deal with that.
That
So
shit
he
got
had
swept under the
that
rug.
shit. Nah, it came and went. That's what I was about to say. That shit came and went. He had to pay some shit, little here and there, but that got came and then it got swept under the rug and business continue and shit. You know
Right.
what I mean? But
I
the
mean,
thing
they
is,
pay their dues even at the higher levels. Everybody got to pay their
yeah,
dues, even at
yeah,
the
because
higher levels. And
right,
it's
because
just levels to it. It's levels
yeah.
to it.
Yeah, because Clive is just at a certain level himself. Then he got people
Yeah.
above him. You know what I mean? Like you got the
Right.
whole Jewish community that's running a lot of shit. So there's still
And it's
levels
people
within there.
above them.
Yeah, it's people within their own community that's running shit. But then you have like Vatican and you know what I mean
Exactly.
the
That's when
house
you start
the
getting to the
houses the European houses over there. I'm talking about
right.
the oligarchs shit over there.
Yeah.
Then it's them.
You
It's
talking about
them.
the Orsini's and all them.
Yeah, right.
The
So it's
Medici and the
yeah,
Orsini's and
yeah,
the
right. It's level,
Borgias and all them motherfuckers.
right. So it's levels to all this shit, but we know the whole music industry shit. They had the Clive Davises, then you had like the Quincy Joneses that was
Right.
mixed in there as far as with keeping the black culture at bay and shit.
Right.
Then you had the Godfather, Clarence, what's his name? The Godfather, the black Godfather of the music industry. Remember, his wife got shot in the back and all that shit.
Yeah.
And his daughter is actually married to the CEO of Netflix and shit. So you know what I mean? So their
There you
whole
go.
industry, yeah, they all intertwined and interconnected and shit. So yeah, but Puff was running around dancing in videos and running to
Right.
get coffee and shit and doing all this, is paying his dues as a young pup coming up in the game and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, like you said, once he got in that position where, he, got with Clive and shit, that kind of bumped him up. And you know what I mean? And ever since then, shipping crazy. But they already knew who Diddy was because his dad was a gangster in Harlem. If his dad
Yeah.
is part of an organization, a crime organization, dealing with the mafia and dealing with, all different types of black organizations around that time. They already know who he is already. That's the thing. So they already gonna look like, oh, that's Melvin Combs' son. You know what I'm saying? They already
Right.
knowing who he is from his dad having street ties and shit. So a lot of these motherfuckers be recruited anyway. They still got to pay their dues, but it's not like people don't know who the fuck they is. Same thing with Pac. Like his peoples was part of the whole, you know what I mean, the whole Black Panthers and the Black Liberation Movement. So they already know who these people is, bro. Like his mom was involved with shit where she had to go to court pregnant with this nigga beating cases on her own, and they already know who these people is, bro. They already know who these
That's
people
why
are
it's a
that's being put in
stage.
position. Hey,
That's why
like
it's a
come on, man.
stage. It's a stage. This is one big ass stage play.
A lot of these people is related to each other and shit like that. Like it's crazy. Like a lot of these people is related. Like I ain't even know that Stevie Wonder and Samuel Jackson's is fucking cousins of Michael Jackson and all the old Jackson family and shit. They all cousins and shit, first and second cousins and all that. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. Like, so
That's
this should
because
be
it's a state. It's a
it's a
club, bro.
it's a club society, bro.
That's why I said. That's why I said it's all staged. Like even the documentary, all that shit is staged. All right, niggas
Yeah,
got real emotions going through it, but the establishment is writing this shit out like a script. That's why we say
Right.
they're like it's a puppet show. That's why
Yeah,
we're
Clarence
saying that
Avon.
these
Right.
celebrities are nothing but just puppets on a string,
Mhm.
because the establishment basically got their own algorithm going, like you said, and they use the algorithm is based on things like so and so being related to so and so, so and
Right.
so having beef with so and so. So
Right.
like
Right.
they know how to control and
Control the
manipulate
narrative. Right.
people's relationships and their emotions behind those relationships.
Mhm.
And what they do is they create these strings, and these strings basically are connected to these people's emotions, their relationships. Yeah, I mean, that everything about them, even down to their genetic makeup, to their physiology, to their biometrics. They got that shit on lock. They bring in
That
people who
shit
know how to
mapped out.
break down the brain. Yeah, they got it all mapped
Yeah,
out.
they
That's
got
why
they got all
I
mapped
said it's
out.
all a stage play.
And all this shit is a
Yeah,
playbook out of World War, the Second World War and shit. All this shit is a
even
play out of it.
before that, bro.
Yeah.
Even before that, this shit's always been the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So this whole setup, this whole establishment, our whole
Oh, what's
social
up?
structure.
Oh, they go Rock. What's up, Roxy? We definitely want to still do that interview with you because we breaking down this. We breaking down all this shit with this whole shit with this this 50 and the Diddy doc and all this shit. Like, so we definitely want to get you. We definitely want to still do that interview with you and get you on this, John. Just let me know when you're available and shit. We can get it popping. Just let us know whenever it's a good time for you. We ready. We got a whole shitload of questions to ask. I know you got a lot of things to, you know what I mean? And then, I know you want to address that shit with Jag over there talking that shit on the blue couch too. She was over there talking that shit about you being in the documentary and all that. Like, it sounded like she was hating, like hating and shit. You already know her MO though. She gonna hate. You already know how that gonna go. Anybody that's get more shine than her, she gonna fucking hate on. That's just her MO. Yeah, but yeah, man, this shit is crazy, bro. Yeah, this shit crazy. Yeah, cause ever since this documentary came out, man, it sent the goddamn algorithm into a frenzy, boy. And this the type of narrative they like the algorithm. This shit right here is what they need to keep going, to keep the algorithm going. You say you're not worried about her, right? Right. You say you got way bigger things going on. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Yeah, this damn, I think bro shit keep dropping his connection.
Yo,
You good?
yeah, you heard me? My
Yeah, I
curve,
can hear you.
my
Yeah,
curve.
you
All right,
good.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just let us know when you good, Roxy. When you want to do this, you want to, do the interview and shit. Just let us know. Yeah, yeah, cause it's a lot of shit going on. Whole lot of other shit going on too. And you see, you see, they tried to put the little Epstein Island video out and shit with the rooms and all that weird shit. I'm like, what's the point of showing us an empty ass island?
Yeah, but that people been doing that for a minute now. It's been mad
Right,
different people going to that island and getting footage.
right. Like, what's the point of
That footage was edited. It was like shit that was already out there, but just mixed with shit. But
right?
everybody was going to that island and getting
That shit
footage.
like a ad. Like they was trying to they trying to sell that island off to the highest bidder and shit. They
They
walking
probably
through all.
was.
Yeah, that sound like a goddamn realtor just walking through the joint and showing. That's what it kind of looked like
Yo,
a
can I put
realtor
them on
video.
game real quick? Can I put them on game about these islands?
Yeah,
Can I put them on game real quick? Yo, these islands, they love telling us the truth through movies and entertainment and shit like that. Now, if any of y'all watched the whole Squid Game series, you see they kept moving the island and shit. Whenever one island get busted, they already got another island already set up with other shit.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
But there's different types of islands out there. You know what I mean? Because, and they showed us even in Chinese. No, not the last. What was it? The Last
Enter the
Dragon.
Dragon.
Enter the Dragon. And Bruce
Hans
Lee, Enter
Island.
the Dragon,
Yeah.
they had Hans Island. That island was specifically to cook up that
Heroin,
heroin.
not
That
and sex trafficking. And sex
and
trafficking.
yeah, I was gonna get to that. And
Yeah.
sex trafficking. You know what I mean? And then you gotta think about the
Yo,
movie
that's
The
crazy.
Island. Hey,
Right.
hold on, I ain't done. You gotta think about the movie The Island with Michael Clark Duncan and all them when they was using when they were cloning humans and then
Body
using
parts,
them for
right.
spare body parts. See, they got different islands for different shit. So they got us focused on Epstein Island while they got all these other islands popping.
Facts.
Like that's what y'all have to understand. They always put shit out. They have to put the truth out there, and then they not just that they have to, they love to, because they love bragging about what they do through books and movies.
Books and movies and shit. Yeah, facts. Because we already know the CIA work closely with Hollywood. Like that's you even go to the CIA website, they show you on there that they work closely with Hollywood to make sure things are being put in the movie that's accurate. Like they work with a lot of the war movies and shit. A lot of the movies like sci-fi movies and shit. CIA work closely with Hollywood on that. You know what I mean? So they definitely controlling the narrative of what's being put out. You know what I mean? Damn, your shit dropped again? Bro should be dropping. Bad connection today. Yeah, this shit crazy though, man. Like the rabbit hole goes deeper than we think. Like, you know what I mean? We be only scratching the surface level of this shit. Yo, please make sure y'all smash the like button to this live stream too. This video is sponsored by 9dayherbals.com, man. Make sure y'all shop with us for the holidays. Hit up the website. We got all the natural CBD products on there. We got the the hair care, skincare products on there. We got the hoodies on there. Make sure y'all go over there and shop with us. Buy stuff for your family, for yourself. You know what I mean? Let's get into this quick commercial. Be right back.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
All right. 9dayherbals.com. The link is in the description of this video and pinned to the top. We do ship out in a timely fashion. So you want to get your people some, things for the holidays and all that. Make sure y'all get over there and hit us up. You know what I mean?
It's
Definitely
almost like they
appreciate.
don't want. It's almost like they don't want me to say certain things, Jr.
Nah, it ain't that.
Every time I start getting
All
into
right.
some, you know what I mean, the
All right.
shit
They be like,
drop.
oh, drop that guy. Yeah. Say no, we know it's a
Drop that
connection.
guy.
Nah, it's a connection, though. Nah,
Yeah,
this is a bad connection
so
over
shout
there.
out to y'all who've been shopping with us, man. Nightandayherbals.com.
Yeah, we appreciate
Like
all the
JR
support
said, we
y'all been
got some.
showing. You know what I mean? All the support y'all been showing and all that, man. We appreciate y'all still shopping with us, still rocking with us, still, you know what I mean? Liking the content. You see, we all over the place. We got like 5 goddamn channels, 2 goddamn Facebooks, and we all over Instagram, and you know what I mean? So we got a lot of shit going on right now. So we trying to, trying to just maintain all the shit that we got going on. So definitely tap in with us, man, on all platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X.com. We on all platforms. Rumble. We on all platforms, man. Facebook. Yeah. But yeah, this
Facts.
let me see what else going on. Let me see. There's a lot of shit going on with this, man, surrounding this whole goddamn Diddy documentary. But like you said, it's layers to how this shit is being put out. So
Right.
they got us focusing on just the Diddy documentary. They got us focusing on the Epstein shit too, but it's all still surface level. They're not really digging deep, and they're not. So it's basically you just gotta have discernment. You gotta be doing your own research out of here. You gotta be connecting your own dots because mainstream media only gonna give you but so much anyway. They're gonna give you the surface level report and shit. Shout out to the people that is connecting dots and doing good works out here, doing they thing. You know what I mean? But
Could I say something about that real quick, man?
yeah.
Real quick. See, the thing is we have to start realizing, y'all, our brains are like computers. And we're being programmed by all this propaganda and media without us even noticing it. Like being programmed, basically, they giving us information that we express the way they want us to express it without us even knowing it. That's
Right,
called,
right.
so we have to deprogram ourselves. That's
A
what we
lot of
have to start
predictive
doing. We have
programming.
to deprogram ourselves and then rethink what we see. Like once you deprogram yourself, keep continue on watching the programming and all that. Then you can see what they're doing once you
Fact.
deprogram from it. You just
Right.
have to realize that most of the shit that they put out there are false narratives. And
And it's
that's what
right.
Marlon was saying. I agree with Marlon when he was saying about the fuck. Like you can compile a whole bunch of videos and edited shit together and a whole bunch interviewing people and and basically paint whatever picture you want to paint. And that's the whole just of programming and propaganda. And that's all it is. It's the same thing with advertisement. Advertisement is the same thing. It's programming. You programming
Predictive
your people
programming.
to basically
Right.
you program your people to basically respond a certain way. That's what you do with computers. When you write computer code, you program your computer to respond a certain way. And our minds are literally like computers, and we gotta stop allowing them access. Like we gotta start programming our own minds
That's
and
a fact.
realize all the moves that we make right now is programmed from something the establishment programmed us with. And it don't do nothing for us. It don't help us at all. What are we gonna get out of sitting here paying attention to what 50 beefing with Diddy and Marlon and Ja
Uh-huh.
Rule? Like what the fuck you getting out of that? Like what are we getting out of that? Like what is anyone getting out of that besides some, fleeting entertainment and distractions? Like what are
Right.
you
And
getting
ain't
out of
nothing
that?
wrong with entertainment, little entertainment, but they do it in
Fleeting.
moderation. I mean, moderation.
But nah, you can't say that right now because it ain't no moderation in this
Why you
day and
saying ain't no
age when it comes to
why you
that.
ain't saying no
Because there ain't no
moderation?
moderation because we're not programmed for moderation. That's why I
Well, no,
said they gotta deprogram.
yeah,
That's
you
why I
have to,
said you gotta deprogram yourself
yeah,
first.
you have to be an
Because
individual first and have your own mind as well
but most
to
people aren't
even,
aren't like that.
yeah,
Most people aren't like that, and it's causing more harm than good.
yeah,
Cause it's like that's all there, and we know that
I
just
agree with
based off
that.
the numbers, just based off of being content creators ourselves, we see what the public pay attention to. That's why this stuff is always. That's why this stuff is always basically ruling the algorithm, because
Right.
we're allowing it to. But I mean, but it also gives people like us the opportunity to speak on these things in a realistic
Fact.
way that's
Facts.
not programmed. Because a lot of people aren't even like it's still in the fantasy and the hype of it all, and when they talk about it they're not talking about it from a deprogrammed mind. They talking about it from a programmed mind. And everybody else, the best thing to do is to talk about it from the mindset of being deprogrammed, realizing that most of it is just bullshit and distractions, and there are now is about what are they distracting us from. Because you gotta think about it. Most of us, most of people who pay attention to this shit all day and not deprogram, it don't do nothing for their life.
And
Think
damn
about
sure
how
don't.
like and it don't do nothing for society. And it begins and society begins to break down. That's bad for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it don't do shit for nobody for this type of propaganda, except for the establishment. The establishment love when society breaks down because that gives them an excuse to be like, oh, well, now we need to implement this, implement that, take away more freedoms and more individuality to the point we become a hive mind that's just doing the bidding of this satanic system. That's basically that's what it boils down to. We're not programmed for moderation. That's why people on their phones and shit 24/7 scrolling. We all do it. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. Everybody gets in those states where we just doing a bunch of social media mindless shit. Why do you think TikTok is popping the way it is and all the goofy shit that go on over there? You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about what they programming us to do right now and how it benefits them and how it doesn't benefit us. Just look around society and look how effed up everything is. They got us focused on 50 Cent, Diddy, you know what I mean? Marlon Wayans and fucking Ja Rule. You know what I mean? And on a bunch of
So
mindless
that's
shit.
yeah. See, this is why you take the opportunity because you only can, based off the fact that the algorithm is pushing, pushing this, right? This is where you jump in with take the opportunity to actually,
Yeah, that's what I
you know,
said.
you know
Give
what I
niggas
mean?
like us the
Like give us
opportunity to speak the real
opportunity
shit.
to speak it on a whole different level, because they're not going to, they, like I said, the mainstream media is going to give you surface level. Most of these people out here with
Facts.
these podcasts and
Facts.
these talking points are going to give you surface level shit, mess, same bullshit. They're not going to break it down on a deeper meaning like that. And then listen, you only can meet people where they at, so I'm not really expecting people to even be on that. That's just not what we on. You know what I mean? Like we gonna touch on it from a different perspective, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So when these things happen, you have to take an opportunity to jump in there and unveil some real shit, other than just running with the same narrative everybody else running with. Because it's 1,000 people talking about the same topic, and most of them is talking about this topic the same exact way, same talking point, same everything, but they're not approaching that shit with the mindset of what they're distracting us from. What are they using this shit to cover up?
Facts,
You know what
Miss
I mean?
B. Facts, Miss B. They know,
He
yep,
said
they know
most
most
people
people
like
like
messy
messy
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's how they control it. That's how they able to keep. We're giving them the power. That's what I was saying earlier. The people are giving the establishment the power to do this because
Yeah.
we're too attracted to just the messy shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? You gotta think about it. When people put out something out there that's real wholesome and you know what I mean? Not wholesome into the sense like it's some Brady Bunch shit, but just wholesome in the fact that it ain't the bullshit
Yeah, it
that
ain't
we've
the
been
mess. Yeah,
seeing.
it ain't the mess
Yeah,
and
it
the
ain't the
bullshit.
mess.
Right.
People don't pay attention
Yeah,
to it. They don't
because
give a shit
the
unless it's
truth.
messy. Unless
Yeah, the
somebody's
truth.
beefing, unless somebody tearing somebody down. People
The
ain't
truth is a
interested in
narrow
it.
road. Truth is a
You know what I'm
narrow road,
saying?
bro.
And
It's only
that's
gonna be
basically
a handful of people that's
where
gonna
we
tune into
coming
that
from.
shit. Yeah, it's only be a handful of people that that's really interested in the truth, the absolute truth. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, everybody gonna be mostly on the bullshit, on the
Well,
mess.
this shit need to be destroyed. Then I don't give a fuck. Like I don't, we just need to
Oh
tell
no,
them like
we ain't gonna. Oh
if
no. The
that's the
thing about
case,
it is,
if
bro.
that's the case,
The thing
if
about it
we're at,
is, we ain't even got to say it. It's being destroyed anyway. So it don't matter.
then I guess there's
Like
nothing wrong with
society
shit being
is
destroyed. Then
society
let the
breaking.
shit collapse.
Yeah, it's a time and season for that. That's what I'm
Well, let
saying.
the shit collapse then.
Society breaking down, and it has to break down in order to rebuild again. I mean, this is just physics. This is
Let the
real.
shit
I mean,
collapse then.
this is physics and this is metaphysics.
Well, let the shit collapse
This is
then.
the laws
We
of
in
the
fall
universe.
season. This is
Yeah,
fall.
yeah.
This the season of
This is the
fall right
laws.
now. We falling.
Right now, we've been in the fall.
This is fall right now. We falling. That's why I
We've
said
been in
we
the
falling.
yeah. We've
That's
been
why
in
I
the
said
fall.
it's a continuous thing.
The whole
Yeah,
society,
we degrading.
this whole world fell, from God's grace. We all in the falling right now. That's why we here. We in this physical body, in this physical form, we are in the falling. We fell from being
And the crazy
spiritual
thing is
being
we in
into this
survival.
physical body. Yeah,
And the
it's
thing is
kind
we
it's
in
always
survival mode,
survival.
but we
It's
ain't gonna
always
never get
survival.
nowhere. But we're not gonna survive though.
Only see because
That's the
people
thing. We're not like we're in survival mode, but we're not going to survive because how many of the
see,
leaves
but this
besides evergreen trees, how many of the leaves survive when it's fall time,
see
when
this
it's
is when you
fall
start
season?
this when you gotta start
I
getting
don't
into
care
some
how much them
spiritual shit.
goddamn leaves fight or try to survive. They ain't going to survive
See, and this is where
because it just ain't the season to.
see this is where spirituality kicks in. That's you know what I mean. So if you ain't tapped into spirituality, then you just lost completely. That means
Most
you gonna
people ain't
all.
even ready for that
That
shit
means you
though.
always gonna be you. That means you always gonna be in the fall. Then you always gonna be in the fall. If you ain't tapped into spirituality, you always gonna be in the fall. You know what I'm saying? You constantly falling, constantly.
And spirituality is not religion. Not that shit that they teach you in those church buildings and those synagogues and those mosques. It ain't the same thing. that the shit in those religious institutions is basically programming how to conduct yourself as a human, not as a spiritual being.
Right.
It basically it's how to conduct yourself as a moral human, which is not the same thing as spirituality.
Nah.
Those are two completely different things. Two completely different things. Because the spirit don't give a two shits about your human existence like you think it does. It doesn't.
Right. Facts.
Your human existence is no different than those trees. When the fall time come, they change colors and they fall off the
The leaves
tree and they
fall off.
die.
Right.
Yep,
Right.
that's what your
And that's
human
us.
self
And that's
is.
what we
That's how
represent.
the spirit look
Leaves
at
on
your
the tree. Right. The leaves on the tree that
body.
falls off the tree and die.
Right.
Off the off the tree of life.
Right.
We fall off the tree of life. We leaves on the tree of life that falls off the tree and die. You know what I
This the
mean?
real
That's
shit
simple,
though.
simple and
This is
plain.
the real shit that we're talking about.
But the thing
And
about it
people can
is,
deny it all day, but the truth is going to remain the truth.
right, Ms. B, critical thinking. Critical thinking. That's very important in a society like this to have critical thinking. Because they right now they got everybody on robotic mode. Everybody following behind the same shit. All these boxes, that they putting people in, all these labels.
Yeah, somebody said, okay, we tapped in, but what about the youth? They are the future. So what that tell you? Closed-minded,
Shit.
unraised vessels, lack of seed governing. You gotta think about it though. Yeah, the youth is the future, but the adults is the now. Yeah, I mean that. See, we always get told these little cliches, but we don't even have critical thinking about that. Yeah, I mean, what could niggas do now? All right, the kids is the future, but we got to start living in now, like right now and shit. Like, what could you do right now to make things better for yourself and the people around you? How could you prepare yourself and the people around you for this fall? Because that's going to happen regardless. But it's your
Yeah,
mindset
we
and what you.
living in the fall. We
Yeah,
living
yeah,
in the fall.
exactly.
Like,
So you got to think about that. The future, they got so focused on the future that we forget about the fuck right now. You gotta think they always
yeah, the
distract us
present.
with what's going to happen
Yeah, right, the present.
in the future and shit. But what about what you doing right
What about
now?
the present? All right.
Right. That's how they control you. They control you by making you think about just the future all fucking day while they controlling you in real time right now. So all this shit about it's the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids. It's about these adults too, because the adults is going to have more effect on the future than the kids will, because it's how the adults conduct themselves, is how the kids is going to turn out. So fuck the kids. What about the adults right now that can handle shit? Like that's what we have to. That's what people is like not doing no critical thinking. That you gotta all the cliches, all the bullshit they taught us from school
Yeah, throw all that
to
shit out.
religions, throw all that shit in the trash and look at that shit from the big picture perspective. Like they got us always with these small ass minds, these small ass views, these small ass everything, and we trying to deprogram shit with the same shit that they gave us. You gotta throw it all away. Throw it all away. And then reanalyze it after you throw it all away. It's about a renewing of your mind. Throw all that shit in the trash, all of it, and
Yeah,
then go back after you do that, and you sit with yourself, and then go back and then reanalyze all that, and then you'll wake up to the truth. Then you'll see what that shit really meant.
right, right. Facts. Yeah, you got to start looking at shit from a bigger, higher perspective. Got to start. See, that's the thing. People is so enmeshed in the bullshit that they don't even take time to themselves to even, because society is constantly moving. Shit's just constantly moving. So if you ain't closing yourself off to a point where you have to sit with yourself and actually, meditate on shit where shit can be, where you able to discern a lot of shit, I mean, then you're just gonna be caught up in a whole bunch of, but it's all this crazy mess that's going on, and most people just moving blindly too. They just moving blindly through this shit, blindly, just blind. I don't know what the hell going on out here, just clueless as hell. Don't know shit. Yo, yeah, John, you good? Yo,
Yeah, I'm good.
all right,
Yeah, and the
yo,
thing is, a lot of the thing is, when we talking about the adults need to start worrying about the now. Like, how could you change things within yourself and around you to make things better just in your section? And if everybody did that, that's how you improve things.
yeah, that's when it
And the
become
thing is,
you have, yeah,
we're in the fall, shit's going to fall, and it's supposed to, but it's all about getting back up. It's all about rejoining that tree again in the form of fertilizer and fertilizing that tree, because even though fall happened and the leaves fall and die, that tree still remains there.
the
But
root. It's all
the
about the
leaves
root.
become fertilizer, but
It's the root.
the leaves, but hold on though, the leaves become fertilizer for the dirt that the tree is rooted in.
Yeah,
You
it's
get what we
about the
saying?
root.
Yeah. So it's all about the adult
So
now.
if
It's all
you
about the
yeah,
adult.
because the adult's supposed to be the root of the children. So if the root is all rotten, then the offspring gonna be rotten and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
we gotta get through all this bullshit out here, man. This 50
and the
Cent
thing,
going against Diddy and Ja jumping in and all that shit
yeah,
like you said, F all them niggas at this point. You need to start we all need to start focusing on how to build ourselves up, which build everything up, and then we could basically ignore this bullshit that's out here. But I understand we love the messiness. We
use it
love the
as
messiness. We love the mess.
you supposed to use it as a opportunity, like I said. But we
Stop
got
worshiping celebrities so much. Just don't listen, don't pay attention.
Ja
Seriously, so
Rule.
we got Ja Rule on the phone. What Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga, this is ridiculous. When bad shit happens to me, I'll be in the crib like, oh my God, this is terrible. Could somebody please find Ja Rule, get hold of this motherfucker so I can make sense of all this.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Ja Rule, nigga.
And the thing is, I meant to push that earlier, but we started talking about something else on my internet dropped. Some shit happened. I was gonna hit that earlier with the Dave Chappelle shit. Yeah.
Shit, that's the perfect segue to shit to end it right there. Fuck
Right.
about these celebrities, nigga.
Fact.
Like I said,
Fact.
we take these opportunities. You know what I'm saying, to educate within the bullshit, because you got to put the medicine inside the bullshit too. You know what I mean? So we know this is going to go on regardless. People going to be talking about Ja Rule and 50 and goddamn Diddy and all these other characters attaching themselves to this shit. So we already know. You know what I mean?
Facts. Nightandayherbals.com, baby.
Yeah,
Y'all
this is
haven't
sponsored.
already.
And y'all
If
gotta hit
y'all
that
looking
like
for
button
something
too.
natural, y'all looking for something
Let them know.
natural and not that bullshit that's out there. All the chemical based products that they give us that's been poisoning us rather than helping us. Come over to Night and Day Herbals. We got natural skincare products, hair care
Let's
products.
do it.
We got CBD.
In the
And
form of
trust me, our
cigarettes.
CBD is grown on small Amish farms on very mineralized, healthy dirt. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
join the
So,
email list too. You get $5 off. Join the email list. Sign
right.
up, join the email list, get your $5 off. You know what I'm saying? We
We
got
got
the
natural soaps and natural body
pre-rolls.
oils. Yeah, I mean,
Got the pre-rolls
we
on
got the
here.
CBD pre-rolls. We got all natural stuff on there. So this is basically what this is what our way of giving back to the community and making the community better by giving y'all natural products that's not poisoning y'all. You know what I'm saying? Natural products. Our CBD is grown basically organically.
Oh
It
yeah,
ain't
okay,
got no
yeah.
synthetic chemicals or nothing in it. You know what I'm saying? We got the natural soaps and we got all types of stuff, man. Just come check us out. Nightandayherbals.com.
And get y'all some hoodies too. Got the hoodies on
Yeah, the
here. So
hoodies are definitely on deck. They make good Christmas gifts.
yeah.
I mean, all the stuff make good Christmas gifts, to tell you the truth. So I know Christmas is coming up and y'all looking for ideas for your loved ones and stuff. Come through Night and Day Herbals.com, man. We got good stuff on there.
Yeah, support a family-owned business.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Family-owned business. All right. Man, we appreciate y'all though, man. We're gonna make sure y'all turn all notifications on because they be
Facts.
I don't know, YouTube seem like they be not sending them notifications out or
Trying to keep a good nigga down.
right, yeah. So make sure y'all click that notification bell from when we go live and post the content, man, because they tripping. So make sure y'all join our email list too on the website.
Nightandayherbals.com. Well, y'all can scan the QR code too. Y'all watching this on y'all TV.
Yeah, the QR code right there in the corner. That goes straight to the shop.
Yep.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Shout out to y'all, man. Shit.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. And on that note, man, we're gonna get the hell up out of here, man. We catch y'all on the next one, man. All right. Peace out.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.